Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to the European side of the Bosphorus Strait, where you join us at the Ulka Sports and Event Hall, the home venue for Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul, who tonight welcome AS Monaco in round 20 action in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
Here now, in this game, one goal, one team. Fight for that possession, gotta act fast. Another shot, another pass. From the top of the key, you wanna hear that mess? Listen to them fans, they're showing their respect. Cause this is worldwide, we strive to be the best. With every single win, you feel it in your chest. That's how we play the game, that's how we change it up. Right from the opening tip, down to the winning dunk. Devotion, devotion now. I feel devotion, devotion, devotion now. I feel devotion, devotion, devotion. To get the glory, gotta fight for the win. Devotion, devotion. Dig out all that passion right from within. Devotion, devotion. Feel that devotion in the seventh day. Devotion.
That tip. So it's Fenerbahce controlling things. Motley from the short corner, double teamed immediately. Finds a cutting Nigel Hayes-Davis on the baseline. He goes up in a triple team. Post. Perfect illustration there. Sneaky backdoor cut from Donatas Motiejunas. So Calathes with Scotty Wilbekin down in the corner, Jordan Lloyd defending. They go cross court to Nigel Hayes-Davis. Devin Booker for three, and he strings it sweetly. Devin Booker from downtown. So Mike James with Devin Booker at the top of Fener's matchup D. Jeroen Blossom game, air ball. Donatas Motiejunas with a strong offensive rebound, and it's stuck home by Jeroen Blossom game. Back to Calathes. Calathes driving. Pass out to the wing, extra pass from Scotty Wilbekin to Devin Booker, who has the hot hand here in the opening quarter. Battle down low, resulted in a wide open lane for Nigel Hayes-Davis. Because look at the tussle between Jonathan Motley and John Brown III, and while they were wrestling, the lane opened up. To the pace and feel of the game, despite what takes place in practice. Practice is practice, and the game is the game. As Scotty Wilbekin, who committed one of the turnovers after a driving kick to the wing, went out of bounds. He's currently on the sidelines. Mike James drives offload to Donatas Motiejunas. What a finish! His team up by 9 once again. Eliakobo kicks, Yohan Makundu fakes, drives, Euro step, slapped down like a volleyball spike by Devin Booker. He sparks the Fener transition opportunity, and Yohan Makundu comes back. And it's good to see him keep his head in the game after his Euro step field goal attempt was blocked. And how about that for low post footwork? Now sets the screen, slides underneath it, Makundu. Eliakobo one-on-one with Guduric, gets to the edge of the lane, pivoting, step back, and the turnaround Jay ties things up at 20 points apiece. So the second quarter underway, and it's a terrific takeaway by Alpha Diallo to spring Eliakobo. Quick check of the shoulder, wide open layup. Finished by Eliakobo, 4 points in a row for him to give AS Monaco their first lead of the game against Eliakobo. Nice catch on the inside, a terrific block by Kostas Antetokounmpo. Terrific takeaway by Alpha Diallo, who sneaks up from behind to bag his second steal of the game. And the finish on the break by Jeroen Blossom game. Nice catch in the corner by Matajan Birsan. Ball fake into the lane, offload to Kostas Antetokounmpo. Monte Hall fakes the mid-range J. Yakuba Ouattara steps into three-point territory and nets his third three-quarter. So Mike James, one-on-one against Mele Mahamatoglu. Double team came, Yakuba Ouattara, front hand on the shot. Another offensive rebound, John Brown, count the bucket. What creativity and presence of mind from from John Brown. 5 of them at the defensive end. James one-on-one with his former Panathinaikos teammate Kalathis, looking for his first field goal, and he finds the range while being fouled in the act of shooting. So Wilbekin driving on John Brown, crosses him up, gets to the goal and count the basket. Terrific work by Scotty Wilbekin. Now on the matchup D, they go down to Devin Booker, one-on-one with Jerome Blossomgame, who's standing strong. Extra touch pass to Kalathis, kicks to a cutting Nigel Hayes-Davis. Beautiful half-court offense, finishing with a swooping left-handed finish. A delight to watch down in the low post from Donatas Motiejunas. And how about that for a dime from Nick Kalathis? Jordan Lloyd defending Wilbekin, screen set by Devin Booker. Wilbekin keeps it himself, drives and gets to the glass, and he's asking for a foul. To Motley, who's back into the game for the first time since checking out in the first quarter, having picked up 2 fouls. He's turned the basketball over. Mike James got the deflection, bringing Alpha Diallo, Elia Kobo with time to contemplate and connect. So Wilbekin, Donatas Motiejunas hedging out to help out. Another deflection, but it's back into the hands of Jonathan Motley, who picked up the pieces. Down to the corner, Mike James with a mismatch against Devin Booker. Keeps his dribble alive. Now squares up on Booker. Double team comes from Kalathis as they offload. Oh, ho, ho! What a drive and dish. And he's giving Coach Demetrius Atudis a headache. Hayes-Davis, his 5th of the game. Touch pass down to the corner. Wilbekin with an eternity. And he is unerring if you give him that kind of time. So Kalathis finds Jonathan Motley somehow, who finishes despite defensive pressure. Fenerbahce hanging on to their 1-point lead as Mike James kicks to the perimeter. Yakubu Watara for 3, and he strings it. One-on-one battle resumes. Motley setting a screen, and it's one-on-one between Wilbekin and Watara once again. Wilbekin into a rhythm, big jump stop in the lane, and he buries the bucket to tie things up. Found secured by Yakubu Watara, his 5th rebound of the game. Elia Kobo kicks to Watara, who catches and fires in an instant, and it's a new career high for Yakubu Watara. Offensive foul for wrapping up the man with his hands behind the back. I find that extraordinary as Marko Guduric gets into the thick of things at the offensive end to bring his team. Dante Hall comes over to help. They kick it to the perimeter. Guduric dumps it down low. Turnaround Jay with a quick shot from Nigel Hayes-Davis. Ball still live, and it's that man once again. Jonathan Motley doing damage on the offensive boards. And Devin Booker, terrific box out to seal Dante Hall and keeping away from the offensive glass. Oh, tough bucket from Marko Guduric, who is coming to the fore here in this 4th quarter. His first 3-pointer of the night makes him Fenerbahce's 4th double-digit scorer as he used the step-back dribble. Mike James loosely guarding him. Guduric dumps it down low to Jonathan Motley. He's got a size advantage. And that's why the double team from Mike James arrived. And Nick Kalathis connects on his first 3-point attempt of the night. Guduric driving on Dante Hall into the lane. Shovel pass to the corner. Kalathis fakes the 3, drives, one-legged floater is rattled home. 5 points in a row for Nation. So Dante Hall attacking the lane, rises up high and finishes at the rim. Gunner, their captain Yakubu Watara, well, he's on the floor now. On a night where he's netted a career high, Mike James bullying his way to the basket and asking for an and one. Kobo may have the edge in speed, and he sees the lane, Euro step, hanging, gets it to the corner. Yakubu Watara for 3, it's an air ball. Ball is loose. John Brown hitting the deck to secure possession for his team. Inside to Watara, double clutch, and the finish. Terrific D being played by Mike James. Nick Kalathis spins out of it, finds Jonathan Motley, initiates contact against Dante Hall. Kalathis looks at the rim, goes for a floater off the iron. Jonathan Motley fighting for it, and it's secured by Alpha Diallo. Diallo one-on-one with Kalathis to the dots. Pull up Jay, gets the shooter's roll, and we have a 1-score game here at the context of the game favors Fenerbahce. Nick Kalathis into the lane, kicks to Guduric. Short 3-pointer, he's short. And that's a 24-second shot clock violation. Terrific job to shake off Nick Kalathis. One-on-one with Kalathis. Drives by and gets into the lane. Hangs in the air. The putback secured by John Brown on the offensive rebound. Ties things up at 84 points apiece. That's a terrific cut by Marko Guduric, and that is not what AS Monaco wants. Opportunity to call a timeout with the basketball in your hands. What a take to the rack, and he gets the finish. What a beautiful play by Scotty Wilbekin. On the halfway stage of the first overtime period, Nigel Hayes-Davis for three, and he calmly connects from downtown in the overtime period. Oh, Dante Hall, watch that ball slide by him. Terrific take to the rack by Nigel Hayes-Davis. Mike James driving on Guduric, floating right, and goes glass while fading right towards the baseline. Just to overtime. AS Monaco perfect 2-0 in extra time as Marko Guduric off the mark, rebound secured by the visiting team. Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul, one near overtime encounter as Mike James pulls up from three. It's off the back iron. Jerome Blossingame with a magnificent offensive rebound. Mike James working a dribble, takes it down the lane, slapped away by Nigel Hayes-Davis with what could be a decisive defensive play. Marko Guduric fouled in the act of shooting. It's away. 5 points to deficit. Mike James creates room, pulls up from three, and lands the three-pointer to keep his team in contention. So Marko Guduric again to tie things up or get ahead. Mike James inbounds to John Brown. John Brown gives it straight back. Guduric and Booker converging on Mike James, who pulls the trigger, back iron on the shot, and that'll do it. What an incredible fixture we have just witnessed here at the Olka Sports and Event Hall. Panathinaikos, but the final score here, after a quite breathtaking game of basketball, is Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul 98, AS Monaco 94 after overtime.
Devotion.